What's up guys, GP here back with another video, and a video that kind of surprised me. Arizer actually reached out to me yesterday and asked me to try out their Solo 3. I just got it in with UPS. I got it pretty much overnighted. I think it's supposed to be like 2-3 day shipping. UPS must be on their shit right now. So they got the Arizer Solo 3. I didn't plan a video at all. I decided to just do an unboxing video as soon as I got it. I opened up the top and I was like, nah, this doesn't feel right. I want to share this with the people. This is a happy occasion. Evidently, the Solo 3 can be used with a bong. And guys, if you have been watching the channel, you know that I haven't been able to smoke flower really inside at all. I've been able to use my XQ2 dryer vaporizer, but now I could actually use a bong, use some glass inside. It's lunchtime. I haven't eaten lunch yet, but I need a sesh before lunch anyway. So I figured while I do my lunch session, let me try out the new Solo 3. So I'm just gonna kind of talk kind of loud just because the mic's right there, but it should be able to pick up everything. So as we open up the box, the first thing that we come to is just the owner's manual. If you're anything like me, you typically don't read these immediately. I don't read them immediately usually. I read them when I have some questions. I should read them more often, but I'm usually telling myself, I know how Arizer products work. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. I need a tray to do this on. So now I have my tray, I have my vape. Let's get it going. This vape, first off, it is meaty. It's got some size to it. Look at this thing. I have my Argo. I'm about to grab the Argo. Here's the Argo, my other portable dryer vaporizer. Here is the Solo 3. Good God, guys, so much bigger. So before we take the plastic off of that, let's see what other goodies we got in the box. Take out the middle section that was holding the vape. So this box on the side says accessories. So for accessories, I'm guessing this is the different tubes based off the pictures that I see. So yeah, so we have the different like downstem style tubes. So we have this one, and this one is the one that you hit through the mouth. I'm thinking, like, I mean they all hit with the mouth, but this is the one that goes directly into there and you hit it like normal. And it looks like, yeah, this is the one that has the male end tube on there, and that's what we're going to be using this video with this bong. And we're going to see how this hits, guys, in this opening video. I am praying that it came decently charged. If it didn't, that is going to put a little bit of a crux in this video. We're gonna try either way. So I'm gonna keep this out because I'm gonna need that in just a second. Put that there to make sure I don't drop it and break it. This is just accessories. Look like this is just a charging cord. A great thing about this that I saw online is that it is, you probably cannot see it. It has the plastic on there as well. But the Solo 3, this is solid. If you threw this at somebody's head, it would really hurt them. I don't know why that's what I thought of first. But if you're in public, you just went, nah, they done for. But it has the USB-C charging in here. This had the USB, like micro, USB, mini, whatever. You know, there's all different types of names for USB. But USB-C, we know at this point, is superior. I'm a little bit worried about this sitting on my bong. I'm definitely going to have to watch it to make sure that it's not like tipping it over a lot, because it seems like you have to have a pretty sturdy bong. But luckily I have one of these straight up and down ones, not one that's sitting at an angle. I have one that's sitting at an angle as well that I may try in a future video for you guys, but today I'm gonna try this one. I don't want it to tip over too much. But let's see what else is in the box. This is one more package in the box. Let's see everything before we get started. This one I didn't open. It is a decent sized charging cord. So many vapes. Like, look at this. You can already see, like, that's enough space. Some of these vapes give you a charging cord that's 2 inches long. It's just hanging off the wall. Just, you plug it in the wall and it's just like dangling right here. I don't want that. I want to be able to actually hit it maybe. While I don't know if I can hit this while it's charging, but I'm sure that's something I'll figure out in the future. And then I have a second set of everything. So in the set that I got from Arizer, it came with 2 of each type of tube, and then 1 extra poker is what it looks, or 1 poker is what it looks like. So I'm gonna put this back in here. I typically try to save these because I'm gonna be traveling later in the year, and so I'm actually going to not touch these at all. Like, I'm gonna keep them completely untouched to make sure that there's no res, no weed, no anything on them when it comes time to travel. And this fell out there too. Here are some screens that were also in the package. If I miss anything blatant, please put it in the comments below, but it looks like I went through everything. Let's get a session in. Eventually I have to go back to work, right? I don't know what time that time is, but I think I got a little bit of time. Today I have just a little bit left of some Mac V2 from Grassroots that I got out here from Cure Leaf. If you guys follow me, you also know, or if you follow a lot of my cannabis content, you also know that I don't do a whole bunch of dispensary shopping, but there was a great deal at the dispensary. And out here in Chicago, if you're from Chicago, the prices are going down. They're still not Michigan, they're still not ideal, anything like that, but the prices are for sure going down in the dispensary. So to unlock it, power, press and hold the middle M button. So I'm pressing and holding the middle M button. I'm keeping the plastic on there just for now, really just because it has the directions on it. So you press and hold, 3 bubbles come up, and then you go, oh shit, so you press the middle button, and then after it pulls up 3 bubbles. I might try to do a close-up of this for you guys. And then you go left, up, down, kind of like a little passcode key. So I'm guessing if it's in a bag, if it's in your pocket, if it's in anything like that, it's not being pressed while it's not supposed to be. Like, it's only being turned on if you want it to turn on. There are 2 modes on here. Guys, this is raw. Like, I didn't do any research before this. I just took the plastic off, so you probably can't see it, but it says session mode or on demand mode. Maybe I should check the instructions right quick just to see which is which. Based off those names, I'm guessing session mode is for if you're going to use it in a bong, to where it's like continuously hitting. But let me see. In session mode, your Solo 3 will begin heating up automatically, while in on-demand mode, press up to begin heating. So I'm going to do session mode because I want it to heat up automatically, and I am then going to put in the downstem attachment, done with the instructions for right now, and we're going to get this shit popping, guys. You guys don't even understand how excited I am for this. I've been wanting to smoke glass in this apartment. I guess vape glass in this instance, but you know what I mean. I've been wanting to vape smoke glass for a very long time. So I have some bud, nice and ground up. We're gonna get it loosely started. Decent sized bowl, nothing crazy. So I got that pushed in there. I'm clicking session mode. It is saying that the battery is low, unfortunately. It's currently in Celsius, so I'm sure there's a way. I'm gonna look up how to change it from Celsius. As an American, I don't know what Celsius particularly means, but let me also plug it in. This will be a good first test for if it can be used while being plugged in. Comes with a good size cube. Like I said, USB-C. It looks like about a 2-foot cable. So it's on, and it's on 208 degrees Celsius. What is 208 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? So Siri says that's 400 degrees. That is way too high. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I currently have it on 200 degrees Celsius, and it seems like it's still functioning while being plugged in. You can see I have it plugged in here right under my desk. Here's the glass piece. and I have it stuck in there. So to make sure I'm not plugging or pulling on anything, I just grabbed an extension cord right quick. But the positive thing is, it is still on while being plugged in. And the clouds are the clouds are immaculate. Since you're not lighting anything, it's like continuous vapor going in here. And it does smell like vapor, so if anybody's worried about being loud, it is louder than a normal vape. Nicole just walked in the room. I don't know if y'all heard it, but she's like, holy shit, it's loud in here. It's loud with this. And especially because I had it so high, I wouldn't typically have it so high. And guys, I turned it upside down. A nice plus is when I turned it upside down, the display turned for me, but two, the temperature is now going down by hitting this one instead of the opposite one. So it does reverse for you depending on which way you have it oriented. That's modern science for you. And I do recognize the fact that you could like pull it every single time like a normal bong bowl, but it's kind of unnecessary. You could just leave it in here and the vapor would just sit in your bong. So it's completely up to you, and definitely very soon I'm going to do a video, probably walking around, probably venturing around. They say this has a 3-hour battery life, so I'm probably going to test that in a video coming up here soon. Adventure around Chicago, walk around, go see some shit, and see if I can get this to last 3 hours after I give it the proper amount of charging time. As you guys saw, it could have been cold in Canada. Like the battery, I'm not going off the battery at all right now, simply because I got it not fully charged. But you guys see that right out the box, I'm enjoying it. And the fact that it can be hit while charging is huge for the bong possibility, in my opinion, because it's sitting in the bong. It's just sitting there. You don't need to pass it or like take it out and move it. And if it wouldn't hit while being plugged in, that would be annoying to me. Because a lot of vaporizers, even older Arizer products, wouldn't allow you to hit it while it was plugged in. But that's not the case with this. Let me see if I can show you. This is it sitting on the desk, and it's sturdy. I do have a sturdy bong, don't get me wrong, but it's not, this isn't really at risk of tipping. If anything, I don't like how it's plugged in and the plug is probably pulling on a little bit. But if this is just sitting completely unencumbered, I actually trust the vape to be sitting in the glass and to be solid. With how heavy it is, that does really surprise me, but nonetheless, I'm happily surprised. Feeling the vape. As something of a seasoned vaporizer user, I'm feeling for how hot it is. Not that hot. For it to be a metal external, it's definitely cooler than the Argo got, based off the hits that I've had so far. I wouldn't usually hit the Argo at this type of temperature. It would be a little bit lower than this. But still, even with that being said, the bottom metal plate that's on here isn't hot, and the sides are warm, but they're not like burning my hand or anything. I could keep my hand on here easily. You decide the cloud for this. It's very weird just because you decide the cloud for this. It just kept filling vapor into the bong. It just turned off. It says it's on 15%, 16%, so it looks to be that it's charging very fast. I'm going to completely kill it one of these days and let it charge from 0 to 100 and test the battery life, probably just for the content. But it's literally going up every few seconds in percentage. And not only that, it sat here and then had the automatic off. So I'm guessing it turned off after 5 minutes. Once it turned off, I just did I pushed the middle button. I did the sequence once again. I'm putting it back in session mode. it has it at 195 degrees. I pushed up to verify that it's on 195 degrees Celsius, and now it's heating up once again. The cap here, I moved it. It was kind of tight because it was first, but I didn't like this plastic on this hot external piece right here, which isn't actually hot. So I was a little bit worried about that just because there's this plastic cap that's sitting right here dangling. I didn't want it burning on this, but it's not too hot. I was probably worried about something that wasn't happening. So once I put it back in, the screen turned back upside down, and I am thoroughly impressed, guys. Like, this is a product I've been wanting something like of a long time. A multi-use product for glass smokers like myself, for vaporizers like myself. Clearly quality. How quickly it's charging, how quickly it just heated back up, how quickly it's dumping the vape into the bong. And the nice thing about this is, as you guys know, you're not even pulling the flower into the vape. Or like the vape is not sitting upside down, so like it's sitting right side up. So when it's sitting like this, the flower is pretty much being fed into the machine, you know. But if this was being sat like this, then gravity would be pulling the flower down, which I like. I think that's just the natural flow of how things go. Obviously, air rises, but when it comes to pulling it and pulling through the bong, it easily pulls through the bong. I'm not having to pull that hard on the bong. I'm not having to pull crazy. And I didn't fully pack the bowl either. If I had fully packed the bowl, if I even had a little bit of bong that produced a little bit more bubbles, it might be a little bit different. But first impression, guys, bravo, Arizer. Bravo. This was an impromptu video, not a video I was planning on making. Just one more thing that I'm noticing, it seems like the screen kind of goes to sleep as you hit it. I'm guessing that's a power saving attribute because it has by far the best battery of any of the portable machines up until now from Arizer. So just something added. I don't know why I included that, but these are just things that are kind of popping up in my head as I notice it, as I puff on this at 195 degrees Celsius. Definitely lit. The clouds are definitely getting a little bit smaller. I wouldn't ever usually have the flower this hot. And as I look at the flower, yeah, it's pretty burnt, but it's also being hit like a bong, you know. So I would not even be able to think, because of, like I said earlier, how gravity is literally just pulling the smoke out of there. I wouldn't think that it would last as long as a normal bong does, but with how long that just lasted and how I feel behind my eyes and stuff like that, most people could just pack this, have a quick sesh, and be good. And then if you have a group of people, you could pack a couple bowls. That's normal for a bong user anyway. Or you could use the other down tube and have it, put it down at a much lower temperature, and it would last longer. So, once again, Solo 3, very impressed. You'll definitely see me puffing on it a lot more in videos coming up. I appreciate you guys joining for another one. I'll see you guys next time.